A neighbor moved out like 3 days ago, and ever since they moved out, I don't know why, but their bell has been just ringing nonstop. And it must be some type of glitch. I don't know what's happening, but if you hear a piercing sound in the background, which I hope you don't, I pray, because I don't want to hear that in my background of my videos. But if you hear it, that's what it is. And hopefully you don't hear my fan, but I'm going to turn that off in a second. But if you hear a piercing sound, that's what it is. It's my old neighbor's bell just constantly ringing, and I have to unfortunately call maintenance and see what's going on. But anywho, I wanted to show you guys this like in my office space, but my office is so close to where the neighbor's bell is like continuously going off, and I feel like that's gonna like really pick up in the microphone. So, and even if I take the microphone off, then you won't be able to hear me. So I'm like, I think I just have to do this in my living room. Um, so yeah, that's what's happening in today's video. Chaotic, but here we are. So let's just get into it. I've actually decided to come in my bedroom because it's just furthest away from the bell. But I do have something to show you in my office, and hopefully I can just talk a little bit louder so you guys can hear me. But I do have a few things to show you in my office space, but I'll try to make those quick so you guys won't hear all that sound. But anywho, so I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on, but before I kind of do that, I give you a sneak peek. There it is. But before we jump into that, I want to talk a little bit about me moving from like doing like strategy and mentoring so much to now moving into physical products. But I just think that this was like the best move for me. I think it was a smart move too, because I had my fashion business and everything. Things just really, they weren't working out for me like at all. I just had no clue what I was doing. Long story short, I like found my way. I got a mentor, I got a coach. You know, I started learning on things on my own with here on YouTube University and everything, just through social media, just learning a lot of things about business. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get into like mentoring and strategy as well. It was fun for me. I really like helping people and sharing with people the things that I know and learned about my small business over the past few years, and like what helped me get here to where I can like understand and have a general understanding of my brand and my business. And so I really like dove head first into like mentoring and strategy, and I felt like a part of me just was missing. Like I tried some digital, that just wasn't really for me, at least not yet. And then I went into like doing some physical products, but I was also trying to do like the strategy and mentoring on the side, which is fine. And I definitely do think that I will get back into that a little bit later. But for right now, I was like, you know what? I'm just in this creative mode to where I really feel like this is where I'm supposed to be at. I really feel like for me, I need to get my business, Gallery 713, get it out there and get it to the level of like where I truly envision that it could be or that it should be at right now. And I feel like once I get there and I really start to like build community around, you know, my business and people just being inspired by what I'm doing and sharing little tips and things like that and advice along the way, I feel like that would be better for me versus trying to offer strategy and mentoring as of right now. But it's definitely like going to be a part of my whole entire brand and business, you know, as like when I get to the point where, you know, things are more like chill and calm, I'm definitely going to bring the strategy and mentoring and stuff back. But as of right now, Gallery 713 is just solely focused on physical products. And then I thought like with my brand, like my YouTube channel and other social media, I can just offer things like advice and feedback, you know, to those who truly want it, to those that are inspired by my brand and my business, who see it and, you know, and want to be a part of like my community. So I think that that's where I'm at with that. And now that I'm done rambling, I'm going to show you what I've been up to because I'm like really, really excited about this. I'm so happy. As you can see, I'm smiling now because it just makes me so happy to do this now. And how I got here, going from fashion and making like gowns and things like that, to now going into making miniatures. Like, I don't know how we got here, but we got here. And I think we got here by me just accepting that, like, I love making little clay things and little clay items. I don't know if you guys can see this, but here we have all of my like samples and everything that I've been working on. Not all of these are going to be in the shop launch that's coming up very, very soon. Like, what is it? September 14th is what I have in mind, which is in like maybe 2 to 3 weeks from today. What is today? Today's the 25th, August 25th. So I'm thinking of launching my shop on September 14th. So yeah, there's going to be some keychains. Here we have a little pizza keychain. I really hope you guys can see this. Like, I hope it's focusing. Let me make sure. The pizza keychain. There's the back. I love it. It looks like it has a little like burn marks in the back. I know the meatballs are like ginormous, so that was a faux pas on my part that I made the meatballs a little bit too big for this, but at least I know now like what to do. So I'm gonna make those like much smaller so they actually fit on the pizza, and probably I'll be able to get like more meatballs, like 5 or 6 on one. And then here we have the little mug, but I'm not gonna keep it this size though. My boyfriend kind of challenged me with this to make them much bigger than, like, this is the sample that I made, and here is the bigger one, which I do like it, but I definitely see where like there are things on the smaller one that I really like that I want to include on the bigger one. Like, of course, I like it that it's a bigger mug, which is nice, but I like the simple paint job that I did on this one, and I like the handle too. I actually have this was actually the first mug that I ever did, like ever. And I really like the handle on this one. It looks a lot bigger. It actually feels nicer too, like I'm actually holding a real mug compared to this one. But with all of my little samples here, I'm definitely sure that I'll like get the hang of it when I finally make enough of them. There's going to be other pizza ones too, like a pepperoni. I think I'm going to do a cheese and maybe like a sausage and pepperoni, like mix like together. I also have this one, which I'm very disappointed in. Not the pancake itself. I thought the pancake was fine. It's the syrup. Oh my god, the syrup was just like, this syrup. I was just so mad. I finally, after I don't know how many tries, I finally got the syrup looking like good. Like, it looked really good. And then this happened with like, it started to look very like discolored, and just, it does not look good now. So I think it's because it started to seep into the clay. I wanted it to be transparent or translucent like a real syrup was, but I just could not figure it out for the life of me. And I was just putting in like little dots of food coloring, but I figured it out that I needed to go ham on the yellow and then add in just smaller dots of, I really don't have a brown, but I found this really dark purple that works really well. And if I put in just dots of that, at first I was putting in just the one dot of like the yellow, and then I was adding in bits of brown, and that was just turning it very muddy. But then I found out that I needed to go ham on the yellow and put in just a bunch of yellow into it, and then just put a little dot of this like purple, very dark purple that I had, and that gave it like the brown, kind of light brown color of a real syrup. So I think I might experiment with the same pancake and just do it on the other side, so I don't have to keep using all my freaking clay to figure this out. But anywho, and then I also have a little waffle This took me forever too because I really don't have a tool that can do this. I have to literally like go in. I think I use a very tiny like Phillips screwdriver in order to get the squares in there because it's all I had right now. I don't really have like a stamp or anything or like something small and square that can make this. I also use watercolor to get the color of this, but I've decided to not do that because when I put the varnish on, I just find that like the color just comes right off. So, I mean, it doesn't come right off, but it's just not the best. So, I figured like I'm just going to stick with the chalk pastels that I've been working with, and the chalk pastels are working now. Like I even made a video about this on my channel that I felt like the chalk pastels didn't work, but I think I just needed to change up the technique. So that really showed me to not just give up on it right away before trying a different technique. At first I was just using a brush to brush on the chalk pastels, but that really wasn't working. So I decided to just use my fingers to color everything. And like it really worked a lot better. As you can see, that works so much better. Here is my little toast, my little jelly toast. You can kind of see the shine on it. There's the back of it. If it looks like two different like sheens on it, it's because it is. I was testing like front and back to see which type of shine I wanted to put on it, if I wanted to do like matte varnish versus like a glossy varnish. And I think I'm gonna go with the matte varnish only because it's thinner. It doesn't like goop up and everything, and you don't see the brush strokes from it. But I also am going to use the glossy varnish on things like the jelly or things that need to have a shine to it, or where it would actually make sense for there to be a shine to it. But on everything else, I think that it's okay to just use the matte varnish, and the matte varnish feels nice too. So I do like matte textures a little bit better. I tend to gravitate towards those. So I also feel like it just makes sense for my brand altogether anyway. I love the little donut. So this is going to be the chocolate glaze. Is that right? Chocolate frosted, something like that. I have to figure out all the names for them still, but here's the little chocolate donut. There's the back. I really love the donut and how it turned out. Like, look at that. I put the matte all over this one and it just feels so nice, so smooth. Like it almost feels like a real donut too. But I'm so happy with how these are turning out. I've definitely had some challenges with it, but I'm liking overall how it looks and how it's turning out. So these are the keychains, but I definitely have more. So I also have some clay pins that I'm working on, which I haven't even truly got started on the pins. I did my first like trial run of testing out some pins. And I like them, you know, like here's like this is gonna be like the dreamsicle. I wish I wouldn't really took the bite out of it though, because I feel like it's already small enough because it is a clay pen and they're gonna be a little bit smaller. But yeah, I don't think I want to do the little bite out of it. Not really. It's cute. It's cute, but there's going to be different colors of these as well. But it's this one was a little bit too small though. It was so small that you really can't even see the writing on it. I put entrepreneur at heart because I always say that I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I would always like remind myself in that way, like I am a strategist and a mentor, but I'm also just an entrepreneur at heart. And I think that this would like speak to a lot of people that are just entrepreneurs at heart, you know, like they just love what they do. And so I was inspired to make that. Here's a bigger version of it, and I think I might go for a size like this, but I need to be able to like write that on here somehow. I think that something a little bit bigger would be better. I also have a little positivity popcorn. I have this idea to like write a positive message on the popcorn, but it's kind of hard to see it. So I'm thinking now what I'm going to do is make it just a little bit bigger. And then instead of just writing it like this, I think what I'm going to do is like paint, like keep the red lines and everything like a regular popcorn bucket, but also make like a little box right there and make that kind of like white or just a very light color, and then put the message there. So I don't know, what's the word, like a marquee almost. Is that the right word for it? Is that what I'm thinking of? Well, maybe I'll show you a picture of what I'm trying to say, but I'm thinking of doing something like that. So it'll just be a blank space for me to be able to actually write the positive message. So like you're popping in the positivity, you're taking a bite, you're I don't know. It made sense in my head. So I also have the little cookie palette, like a little paint palette, but it's a cookie palette, like the monster cookies, how they come in like the M&Ms and the chocolate chip. But I took a little bite out of it so it can kind of look like a little paint palette. And I love that. I love it. I think it's so cute. Again, I think these could just be a tiny bit bigger. So I'm going to work on that. This one is going to be, what was this one? Patient Pear. I think this one is so cute. Like, it's supposed to be like being patient, being kind of just chill and serene in a way. I was just so in a rush. I was so in a hurry to like have a business and get there and reach my dreams and everything. And the more that I rushed it, the more I went nowhere, and the more issues that came along with rushing everything. So I created Patience Pear. And yeah, I don't know. I thought with the clay pens, I can go for something a little bit more fun, a little bit more like on the positivity kind of realm of things. And then my last one is going to be, it's like a Pop Tart, but it's called like Canvas Tart. I'm not exactly sure what yet. This was just an example. So it's like a little desert scene. So you see the little sun, little clouds, and those are some little mountains, and a little cactus. I'm thinking of doing like a day one and a night one as well, but we shall see. I'm sure I'm gonna come up with different ones to put. But yeah, so this is the Canvas Tart. I just love all of them. I'm so excited. I'm so happy for this new journey that I'm going on. It is just so much fun. And so now that I've shown you guys the keychains and everything, there's one last thing that I want to show you guys in my office, and hopefully it's not too loud, but I'm going to show you guys this. So let's go into my office. I'm in my office now, and I want to show you guys this right here. This is going to be where I put all of the keychains to hang here on my closet door. I really don't use the closet much because it's just filled with all the crap from my previous businesses. Like, I think I got some mannequins in there. I have a bunch of boxes. I have fabric in there. I have like a dress form, a mannequin, and there's so much stuff. And I also still have, where is it? I have a mannequin right there as well. But yeah, so I decided to put this up here. And yeah, so I'll show you a little keychain holder. So here's how it will work. We'll just put the keychain there, put one right there where it can go anywhere, you know? See? And then it'll be filled with like all the pizzas. Maybe I'll do like all the sausage pizzas, all the pepperoni pizzas. I don't know yet. I'm sure it's gonna get full. So I'll do a couple at a time. Plus these take a bit of time to make as well. They at least take about a week to fully like make and dry in between painting and varnishing and everything. So it almost reminds me of like those hotels with like the hotel key thing. So that's why I made it. It's right here, right next to my new shelves. I still have to like put something in this painting here. In this frame right here, I still have to put a painting or a picture or something like that in there. And then I want to change this one out because this is just so old. And I need a place to put my silhouette machine. This thing is freaking huge. I didn't know it was that big when I bought it, but here we are, and it's ginormous, and it takes up pretty much the whole thing. I want to get another shelf and put it on that side of the room. I would turn around right now and show you, but that side of the room is a mess with more totes and stuff. So this shelf is just, I love this shelf. I want to get another one so it can be a lot higher than this. But it's a start, you know, it's a start. So there's really nothing on it yet because I still have to like decorate it, and I just got it probably more than a week ago. But anywho, I still have to put some stuff on there. So that's that. And then over here is again where the key area will be. And I still got to move all of this nonsense and stuff. I still have like rulers and everything again from my past business. Like a lot of this stuff is from previous businesses. This umbrella light that I don't even use anymore for my YouTube channels. Well, for my YouTube channel. And so I have a lot of stuff to do. I have a lot of cleaning of my like office / studio area to take care of, but we're getting there. We're getting there. But I just love this idea. And oh, I should have said too, this used to be what was this? This was my old like cork board, and I wasn't using it for anything. I bought this cork board, I don't know when. So I just painted over it like with some acrylic paint because it's what I had. Some just cheap 50, 60 cent acrylic paint from Michael's. I don't know if you guys can like see these like sticks here. These are popsicle sticks, and these are like skewers, maybe? I don't know. Skewers? Skewers. However you pronounce it. The little sticks that you could like put through food and put it on the grill. Like that's what those are. I should have put them more at a diagonal. I feel like some of them kind of did that where they're like more at a slant. But I feel like I should have did them like more downward sticking in so that way the keychains don't just slide right off. I don't think they will. Like this one's not, this one's just straight out. But yeah, I still wish I would have did that, but they're all like glued in there now, so I'm not gonna bother with it. If it gets too chaotic, then I'll just find something to put on the ends to like make them stay in place. But I think they'll be okay for now. So that is that. But maybe we will do like an office tour once I like ever get this office together, because it's been a little mess for a very long time. But I feel like we're getting there. I love this little light here. I would like a better one, but I got this from like, I probably got this from Dollar Tree if I'm not mistaken. And then I got to put some art in there, like I said. And then we're good. We're in business. I hope that you guys stay tuned for the shop launch, which is coming up soon. Again, I'm estimating now September 14th, which is in like 2 to 3 weeks. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I would love to have you guys subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Where she goes is mystery. There's a void inside of me, 'cause I know this is a dream. It's the matrix now I see. Still my body moves unconsciously.